I made a three-course meal for my family. I made prawn salad with Caesar salad dressing for my entree. For main, I made pan-fried kingfish with avocado salsa. For dessert, I made mango sorbet with a series of berries. First, I went shopping and bought the ingredients for my meal. I prepared the mango sorbet first because I needed to give it time for it to freeze. I made the salad dressing from scratch, as shop-bought salad dressings are not healthy. Then I then I made the rest of my entree, which was the prawn salad. I cut up and combined celery, avocado, spinach and dried tomatoes, and green beans. I then peeled and added the prawns. Then the entree was ready to serve. After we finished the entree, I started to cook the main. I first made the avocado salsa by combining avocado, cucumber, coriander, onions, chili, and lime juice. After I finished the salsa, I started to steam the rice. I then steamed the vegetables. I then started to fillet the kingfish. Once I had finished filleting the fish, I started to steam my broccolini. While these were I started to steam my broccolini. While these were steaming, I started to pan fry my fish. I served the dish up with lime cheeks. Once we finished main course, I got the sorbet out of the freezer and served the sorbet with some berries.
like the entree because it had lots of vegetables.
Yeah. What do you think could have been improved?
Well, definitely the sorbet could have been improved as the mango wasn't fresh. It was frozen, I think. Didn't taste as good. I'd like to taste it again when you have fresh mango. But otherwise,
thank you, James. That was delicious. I really enjoyed the meal. I have a couple of questions. When you were planning your menu, what did you take into consideration?
I took into consideration my dad's dietary requirements, which means that he can't eat wheat. This meant that things such as pasta and cake were off the menu. I also took into consideration the nutritional value of the food, as well as the way the food looks.
When you mention nutritional value, what do you mean?
The value the food has on your body to keep you healthy and strong, and provides you with energy.
The Australian Dietary Guidelines talk about 5 different groupings of food. Do you know what they are?
Carbohydrates, vegetables, fruit, dairy, and meat and poultry.
And how do you think your meal used those groupings?
I believe my meal used them very well, as there are at least 3 or more serves of vegetables, as well as a couple of serves of carbohydrates, at least 1 serve of dairy, 2 serves of meat, and 1 serve of fruit.
So nutritional value is one of the things you take into consideration. What are the other things that make the menu healthy?
I also took into consideration how processed the food was, as well as saturated fat content.
I noticed also in your menu you didn't actually have any sugar.
I took sugar out of the menu because there was natural sugar from the fruits.
Good. Well, I think you did really well. Just one last question. Do you have any idea what number of servings you're supposed to have as a 14-year-old boy?
Yeah, I do. So 7 for carbohydrates, 5.5 for vegetables and legumes, 2 for fruit, 3.5 for dairy, and 2.5 for meat and poultry.
And do you think your current diet has all of those in it?
I believe I go over the amount of fruit servings, and I don't quite make it to the vegetables and legume serving. But apart from that, I make it to every single one.
Okay. Thank you. I think that's all right.
My reflections on these tasks were that if I were to do it again, I would change the sorbet from frozen mango to fresh mango, which people suggested in their evaluation of the meal. But apart from that, I wouldn't change anything. And so I'm hoping to cook this meal for my family again, especially the entree and the dessert, as they were the standouts according to the people who ate it. And that's it.